Are we up? I see voices. Good morning, good morning. Boob close up to start. I don't think that's the way I'm thinking about these things, but okay. There are people who will like this, and there are people who might not like that, so at least it's real carving work at last. Again. It's been a few days since we've had any, I think, right? You'll hear sidewalk sounds out there. We've got the front door open today. It's cool, a nice cool autumn day. So there's no air conditioner, no special heat. Front door's open, back window's open, nice breeze. I hope it stays this way. We'll see, it might get hot again, I don't know. But at the moment it's nice, very, very nice day. these circles aren't closed, so it's a bit difficult to know where to cut sometimes. It's a tough call, the question you're asking. You know, if I were starting again now, I would, of course, absolutely try and train myself with the traditional way. It's better in the long run if you are going to do lots and lots of detailed work. If you're just doing casual work like the 20th century people do, you know, working on Sheena plywood and not having so many detailed lines, then probably the way I do it, you know, in front of your nose, not the traditional holding way, is best. So it's a difficult call, you know. What would I recommend for people who are just starting? It really depends what your goal is, you know. If you're just going to do this casually, then holding it shake hand in front of your nose is convenient, easy, it's manageable, you can teach yourself, it's okay. Doesn't need lots of training. You can make your first print might look nice, you know. But if your ultimate goal is to work at the level of the traditional carvers, then absolutely holding it the traditional way will be best. But it's going to take you a long time before you can make a decent single print, because it's really tough to hold it that way. Bit of a paradox, you know. Can't find one of my little chisels. Where are hers? Get rid of the corners there. I won't be carving out the little black speckles. No, no, of course not, of course not. The black stuff covers everything else, so there's no problem. And these black speckles you see here have nothing to do with this color block. This is going to be a color block for an octopus tone, which will have lines and speckles. And again, if you didn't see the stream the other day, this is an interim carving step. This block we're doing right now, let me try and find the master copy here. I can show you, let's see. Okay, the block we're doing right now is going to be this, what's on this copy is the darker orange. So it will have an outline around most of the octopus areas, and it has orange speckles. Forget the black speckles, they're done, they're on the key block. Now some of it's quite complex. We've already done the base tone of the orange on a different block. This block I'm carving now will be the darker orange. And you can see it goes around the suckers, and it has lots and lots and lots of its own dots and texture. It's an ambulance coming by. Hang on a second. Now, because the information here has to come from two places, to get this border line, I need to know where the key lines are. You can see this original copy wasn't done very well. Look at this big space here. It's not registered very well. For me, to get this borderline, what I need is a transfer copy. So I've done this now. I've transferred my key block, pasted it down here. And for me, first stage at the moment is just carving the entire octopus shape minus the suckers. It's not finished, but that's the first stage. So let's find the same spot here that I'm going to be using. Right next to her hand. Where's her hand? There's this part. There's her hand. There's a piece of octopus around her breast. And it's going to have that line and a bunch of speckles. So at the moment I'm just carving it out. Now once I've finished this and cleared away all the waste, I'll be just left with a smooth piece of octopus skin with no suckers. Then I will wash this off, and I will then paste on some Gumby that has the data that I traced in Photoshop to get these dot dot dots. So this block is a bit strange. It's a two-stage carving process. So it's a bit difficult for you to understand what I'm doing right now. But anyway, explaining too much or not, I don't know. Where was I? I'm lost now. Where was I? Here. Carving out suckers. I like this morning soundscape with the people going by, the different kinds of shoes, people on their way to work, people strolling by, some of the older folks who have finished morning cleanup, a few people still walking their dogs. A few crows you can hear in the park over there, a bit distant. We can hear them easier when I'm upstairs out the back window. But, I can give you a bit of a heads up, I guess, on a stream that will be coming sometime a month or so down the road, I guess. It's about the blocks. We've been talking about getting a bunch of older blocks. I've shown you pictures of them. We've got a bunch of them in hand now, and we're trying to figure out the best kind of a tool setup we need to be able to work on those old blocks. So Aoyama-san and I have been hunting for different tools, and we ordered a bandsaw yesterday to be delivered to the Ome workshop. We have no room for it here in Asakusa, and it's also too noisy to use here in town. We've ordered a bandsaw. We tried to find a good used one, but finding one that you can trust without trying it first, and also used stuff, it's difficult to get delivery, and so we went with a new one. And it's going to be delivered to the Ome workshop next week, because that's where we're going to do all this kind of work. There's no room in Asakusa to store hundreds of blank wood blocks and do that kind of work. So we're going to do it over in Ome. The old blocks we've been buying and ordering are shipped to Ome. The bandsaw is going to be set up there. And it'll be like myself or Aoyama-san going out there once a month or something to prepare a bunch of empty blocks. I do the bandsaw work, split up the old blocks. And we'll ship them back to Asakusa, because Asakusa is where our press is to glue the blocks together. So we'll do them in batches. I guess maybe I'll try and do a stream out there one day, go over there the night before and early one morning, do some bandsaw work. And whether that'll be instant stream or not, I don't know, but we'll see. So that'll be coming up next month. Excuse me. The unknown thing for us is with any bandsaw, the wider the cut you take, the taller the cut you take, what way to think about it, the more the opening, the more blade is exposed, the more difficult it is to keep it in a straight line, of course. And we're trying to cut, like whatever, almost a foot, split one of these blocks in half down the middle, And I'm not sure how successful we're going to be, we don't know. So the saw we've ordered, it has a laser light set up so you can kind of see where the cut is going and things like this. And if you hear the gaggle, it's a gaggle of about whatever, 20, 30 people walking down the street. It'd be a tourist group, absolutely. Where am I? Where am I? Questions, questions. The knife I'm using, it's almost flat in terms of, it's got a flat back. It has an angled bevel, you can see. It's got an angled bevel that way. And of course, it's got an angled bevel this way. Sometimes the knives we use, not the one today, but sometimes we also put a tiny curve on it this way. I don't have a curve on this one at the moment. It's not a delicate cutting knife. And this angle are variable. We can change them. Now, this is a totally average kind of carving I'm doing today, not delicate. It's just a totally average setup for this knife. We can make this angle flatter if I want to do straight lines. We can make this angle sharper if I do lots and lots of tiny curves. I'm not sure if you could only use one of your tools and no other tool, what do you use? It's a zero. I can't say such a thing. We have three types of tools. We mentioned this many, many times. The lines are cut with this tool. After that's done, the oceans on the block, the parts we don't need, are cut with a series of gouges that cuts out these areas. And then after that's done, the area in between, the part right along this line, will be cut with the bullnose chisels, the ice ski. So we have three types. Without those three types, I can't do my job. So any pressure from laser engraved wood? I know. Whatever, people use lasers, yeah, go for it. I know there's people using CNC machines, some people using lasers, some people experimenting with 3D printing. There's lots of stuff happening. We talk about this lots on this channel. I myself don't have any specific interest in that, but I'm not a Luddite. Go for it. You know, there's going to be lots of interesting prints made with modern technologies. You know, I wouldn't want to get in the way of that at all. You know, I myself, at my age and with my skill set, I'm happy doing it this traditional way. But for somebody who is younger and more interested in experimenting, go for it. Get your lasers out, get your 3D printers, try all kinds of interesting stuff. It's wide open. Go for it, go for it. Just it's not my line of interest. You know. Here in this workshop, we're not interested in maximizing our efficiency. We're interested in maximizing our fun. And And for us, fun is exercising these skills. For me, at least, anyway. So not just me. It's also a bit of pride, silly pride, whatever it's up, whatever you say, to think that at the moment I'm still ahead of the machines. You know, the laser guys and the 3D printers, they're probably chasing me, whatever, but they haven't caught me yet. So it's kind of a fun game to be playing, at least just in my own head, you know. Not that I'm aware of, but there isn't any technological fix for what I do. The machines are still not where I'm at, but they will get there, of course, probably very, very soon. But at the moment, there's still no mechanical way to make these blocks in a way that makes sense to be able to print them properly. So. Recognize that sound? It's a suitcase rolling down the sidewalk. Actually, it sounds quite busy out there this morning. I'm a bit surprised. What day is it today? Thursday. It's busy out there today. It could be that there's some kind of event. There's a public hall down the street from us, a place called the Asakusa Kokkaido. It's a hall that the public can rent for putting on events and concerts and things. And singers rent it, the community orchestras rent it, stuff like this. All kinds of different events. Even sometimes they have famous kabuki presentations there. So it sounds like something's going on there this morning, because I hear lots of people walking down with kind of nice shoes. The ladies are in nice shoes, which they wouldn't just have for strolling around. So there might be some event going on there this morning. Gets clean bit by bit. Now you can see how it works. Cut the lines first and chew out the wood in between them. Oh, it's Cameron-san. Cameron-san, I need your help. I think I still need your help. We have, yeah, it's still down. The router that supplies the first floor here is green lights. It's on. It's broadcasting Wi-Fi, but it's not taking a signal from the upstairs router. And I've reset everything before the stream started. I reset the upstairs router. This one's fine, but that one is somehow not connecting to upstairs.
But you're wired in, so you're okay.
I'm wired in, but that's wired in as well. We have two cables. Now I ran paired cables from upstairs down here. This one's okay. So what we need to check is, do you have your laptop with you?
I do, yeah.
Can you plug it in direct? You have an Ethernet connection on your laptop?
No.
How do you normally? It's Wi-Fi on it.
Yeah.
How do you plug it in? Yeah, you need one of these then, which I'm using right now.
Right. I can't.
Okay, well I'll wait till the stream's over then I'll plug this in. Because what I need to check is the Ethernet cable.
Is it getting an internet connection?
Yes, is it getting an internet? So.
Yeah.
Is it? Can you see what? There's two lights showing, right? There should be three.
Yeah, there should be three.
There's power and wireless, and it's not showing the internet.
And you've already done the.
I've done everything. I've done. Yep. I've restarted, unplugged, set it up. I've gone upstairs and redone that one as well. It looks like a physical wire problem, and that's exactly where we had that problem yesterday in my room upstairs, where the rats were coming through that part of the floor.
Right. Speaking of which, traps are arriving today.
I saw the Amazon order myself. Anyway, Jeff, if you don't have a connection, there's nothing I can do about it right now. So we'll wait till the stream's over. You want to come and sit for a while, whatever.
Join you today?
There's a bunch of new people here today. They're actually quite, they're chatting about this and that, I think. I haven't been able to talking about Jed, Neo Tokyo. Oh, here, Cameron's being asked. Okay, wait.
Yeah, I haven't heard much of anything about Neo Tokyo in a while. Is Jed in here today?
I haven't seen, I don't know, they were talking about, I just saw his name, they were talking about him, but I don't know. Introduce yourself for those. There's always there's new people every day, it seems.
Yeah.
The outside street seems really busy. Lots and lots of people walking by.
I was surprised. I came up out of the station and there are people around. There are never people out.
There's an event at the Kokkaido, maybe? I don't know. Are they all going in one direction or something? Or
no, it was some people at Don Quixote and some people just wandering around different directions.
It's Thursday afternoon. Is it the autumn season is now actually getting here? Is that what's happening already? God. No, we're not ready for it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the request from the Shutter people about using one of the prints and something. I'm okay. I got no problem. I don't think we need to get paid for that. I know, not Jed stuff, I guess.
Yeah, but any of the other ones should be fine. I'm saying it's wrong, but a question from Daraloth Wow asks, is there currently a piece of work you've always wanted to work on, but so far have not been able to? Is this one that you've been interested in a long time ago and have finally started, or are there other projects that you're thinking the same thing about?
I'm not sure. I mean, I have a mental list in my mind that if I ever do get a chance to do a lot more work, if the staff here can take away more of the management work, I would like to get back to the bench and make things. And there's lots of endless number of projects I would like to make. Some reproductions of famous books, the Utamakura book, the Shunga book, I'd like to do. There's also some, don't laugh, there's some original designs I have in mind that I would like to have a try out. And I did some original prints a few years ago, the Nature series.
Yeah.
There's a festival series I'd like to do with different festival images all over Japan. Endless list, but whatever, at the age I am now, I don't know if it's ever going to happen.
Yeah.
Microphone?
Yeah, I couldn't hear too well. Maybe we're too quiet, maybe there's too much noise outside. Joe's Talks asks about something I think that's come up before, but when you carve two lines that join together to point, like at the tip of a tentacle, you cut a notch at the tip. Is there a reason? What is the goal there?
So that we can get the ice ski in later. Where am I? This one you mean? Like, for example, this is going to be cut this way down here. This line is going to be cut this way here. And then I cut out the notch. There's a few reasons. One is so I can see it. And second is the next tool, the ice ski here, it has to have an entrance. Bingo. It's going to come in to do the clearing.
Thanks.
It was a very quiet day yesterday. Maybe the three girls there, they didn't have much to do. It's too bad there's no flea market work for them to pack, and they were just relaxing.
Are they caught up on all the flea market prints?
No, I don't have any more. I mean, yeah, everything I bought has been, pretty much everything I bought has been packed and prepared. Wow. But the last few weeks there hasn't been good stuff on the auctions. And what there has been has simply gone too expensive.
Right.
There's been stuff out there, but not at a price that I can afford to pay and still sell it at a fair price.
Right.
The higher I pay, the higher we have to sell it for. And I can't pay retail price, for stuff on an auction. if I want to sell it at a fair retail price. So
Yeah.
it's been a bit slow. I'm hoping that's not a permanent condition.
Yeah. You gotta stop telling people where you buy your prints.
Well, just our presence in the market has clearly driven up prices.
Yeah.
Something I should mention that the other day we got some stuff, 2 sets of carving knives.
Oh, okay.
They came up on a place where I could buy stuff, and they were really quite inexpensive, so I just grabbed them. They're coming today. They're not the kind of knives that we use. They're the sosaku type of knife. Most of our knives are the kind like this one.
Yep, yeah, right in the
With
middle.
the brass top and a split handle. This is the traditional kind of knives. In the 20th century, what was much more common was this kind of knife, where the blade is inside, the handle is made in 2 parts and glued together, and the blade runs all the way down inside. And you can't slide the blade up. As you sharpen it, it gets shorter. You start cutting the wood back here, and this one's cut. This one used to be about, this long. And as the blade got shorter, cut back the wood. It's got another couple of inches left in life, or another inch left in life.
Yeah.
And these are the 20th century type we call sosaku blades for the creative printmakers. They were common. They hack with this. Anyway, 2 knife sets came up the other day. A set of 10, like 3 or 4 different sized cutting knives, 3 or 4 different sized U gouges, a couple of V cutters, and some bullnose chisels to make a nice set of 10. And they're in a canvas tool roll.
Oh, wow.
And I got 2 of those sets, and they look pretty good. I got to inspect it when I get here, see if they're well sharpened and stuff. I don't want it for myself, but some of the people on the stream maybe would. So once I've inspected them, they're coming today. So once I've inspected them, I'll let you know. And you can
find a price.
Find a price. They'll be about $120 or so for the set of 10, which is a staggering bargain. We got them next to nothing. The guy selling them didn't really know what he had, so we got them really quite cheap.
I got some pointy things.
Yeah, that's about it. It was a guy. He looked at the other thing he had on the auction. It was furniture and goods. So he's obviously just a junk dealer.
Yeah.
And he got these things, and they seem almost completely unused.
Wow.
So if that's okay, once they get here, we might need to sharpen them, whatever, we'll do so, put them up. It'll be whatever, 120, 25, something like that. And I won't keep them, they're not tools that we would want to use ourselves.
Yeah. Although you have one.
I use one, yes, it's interesting. And this is not in the traditional tool set, but I found it's a nice, what I've got is my own bullnose chisels go up to, where's another one? My microphone is in the same box, so. My own bullnose chisels go up to 6, and I then have a gap up to my gouges, which is, I think that's a 12 or 13 or something. And this one, I've just found a nice in between. It's 9. I think it's 9. No, it's 12. It's 12. But it's really, really nice. I just love it. I'm not supposed to be using this one, but it just fits the right space between a lot of other things I don't have. So. Ishikawa-san too, she's seen me using this, and she's also started using this. And the Chon-san also has one. So
really?
It's funny, I've just sort of, whatever, people are starting to use this now.
Broke the rules.
Broke the rules, yeah, it's okay. Anyway, once those sets are here, I'll have a look at it and let you know, and you can, whatever. I don't think it's worth making a web page on the shop for it.
Right, and for only 2.
So chat about it on the stream or something.
Yeah.
And what was funny was on the auction, it was 2 different sellers, but it was the same photograph and the same description. You look him up, and a lot of stuff. He had a ton of different, just junk. It was, like I said, a junk dealer. He's found things he doesn't know. And he put them on auction at different prices. So he's obviously got a bunch of these things. He's testing the waters at different prices. And he actually put up 4 sets at X plus, X plus, X plus. And I saw what was happening. So I bought the bottom 2 and left the other 2. So to tell the guy, look, that's the price we're willing to pay, but no more than that. So he clearly doesn't know what he's got at all, because this price was really, really quite low. So.
For a set of 10 nice blades.
Yeah, I mean, the other 2 prices he had also was good, but I thought, hey, don't tell the guy that it's okay if he doesn't know what he's got. So.
I'm saying I bet there are a couple people in the Acolytes page that'll take those off your hands.
If we're okay, well, I've got to get them first and see if they're sharpened,
Yeah.
or sharpen them if they're not sharpened. they didn't seem to be rusted or something, but with older tools, you can see what's going on.
Yep.
So we'll see. Cool. Also, did you meet? You saw Tom yesterday. Tom Christensen is in town for a few days. I didn't have any idea he was coming. He came in the store, browsed around for a while without talking to me first. And I'm like, hello. He looked at me.
Like, I'm Tom Christensen.
Oh,
I see some of my prints here.
Yeah, he's got some prints here in the shop, and I wasn't even saying hello to him. I know, I never met him before. How would I know? Sounds like he seems like a very interesting guy. So he's here for a week or so, I think.
Yeah, he seemed like a really, really nice fellow.
Yeah, no, he seems like a really nice guy. So, and any dealings I've had with him so far, he seems to be fair and square. He doesn't have some strange idea that all this stuff should be worth tons of money. He wants to make attractive stuff, interesting stuff,
and
reasonable price, and get out to people. Yeah. Different philosophy from me. He makes prints with, he makes both decorative prints and then prints with social meaning. You know, he makes social commentary. You know, we shouldn't use nuclear power or whatever, this kind of stuff, which I don't do, but that's okay. I get that people do that. And we unfortunately haven't been able to sell a lot of his stuff here. I didn't know what to say. Lenita's prints are doing very well here, but Tom's don't jump out. And it's a measure of our client base, that's all. We're mostly getting, people who are traveling in Japan here, so they're looking for decorative Japanese objects. And some of Tom's prints don't fit that category. So as our business expands over the years and we get more people who are actually print collectors looking for collectible items here, then perhaps his work will do better here. But at the moment, I have to, he's perhaps disappointed in how we're doing it. He didn't say so, he's fine.
No, he seemed just friendly. Someone has a question about something we were discussing just a couple days ago. Are you finally making progress on those chisel sets after all these years?
No. Next question, please. No, it is. We're at the moment casting around for a couple of things. Now that the first floor is basically up and running, and the wood thing is coming together. We've got that new bandsaw ordered. Aoyama-san are going to be working, we have a plan how to move forward on the wood. So different things are getting done bit by bit on the construction side of things. And Aoyama-san and I, we haven't yet done it. We've got to sit down and have a talk about what he wants to do here, what way we can use his skill sets and stuff like that. And whether we move forward on the tool project in the near future will depend at the moment on how much time Aoyama-san can spend here. And what he and I decide is a good way to utilize his skill sets. And of course, near the top of my list is the idea about getting back into that tool thing. And I have to qualify what I'm saying. I don't know if you've seen, Matsumura-san recently has put out his new catalog for 2019 or whatever. And he's greatly expanded his business. He has a very wide range of tools now, some nice looking stuff. And he's doing really, really well in the tool business. And he's a good guy. He's selling things at sensible prices. He's struggling to find good quality stuff like wood and paper, of course, same as all of us.
Everyone is.
But my point being that there is now, and he's really, really coming up, there is a place out there to get a very excellent selection of different kinds of tools at reasonable prices. An honest guy who is doing a good job to try and do that. So we don't want to sort of set ourselves up, okay, there's nobody doing this.
Take down Matsumura.
Yeah, exactly. That's not on the cards at all. What's missing from his setup is a nice range of really, really nicely made tools, because he's not really making anything. Remember, he's buying from China, buying from here, buying from there. And a lot of the makers have sort of lost the plot. They're not doing a very good job on it. So there is still a portion of the market for people who want to get a really nice set of carving tools and some brushes that are really done properly, that don't warp and split, and that have good hair. So in as much as Aoyama-san and I have talked about this, we think that might be the place we can go. Not to try and make a premium set of expensive tools, but try and make a set of tools that we feel is really, really a nice quality, a usable quality. It wouldn't be a beginner level, but it would be something that a person who is really interested in this would use. And that even people like pros like myself could use those happily and make good prints. And it would be a small knife set to start, and then some brushes. And of course, Barron's, Goto-san and Ayumi-san, which we wouldn't make, but they're in the market now. Goto-san is making beautiful Barron's. Ayumi-san, when she wants to, makes beautiful Barron's.
When she wants to.
Well, no, she's got a baby, you know.
Yeah.
She's
And she's a great printer. It depends on how she's going to use her time.
And that would give us a full rounded package. There's the Moko Hankan basic tool set, not basic tool set, I don't know what to use, but there's the Moko Hankan set of tools. Everything you would need, in fact, basically everything David has used. My set of 5 tools that I use, and if it goes successful, we could expand it a bit. And my set of 5 tools, those 2 Barons, that Baron A and Baron B, they could do anything I ever chose to do. And then brushes in maybe 2 sizes. You buy as many as you want to work all your colors. And with those tools, and maybe we could supply some things like Gumpy paper, the kind of paper, maybe Sawaki-san's paper, if it does come through for us. And there you are. You would have everything you would need to make good wood block prints, except the wood. And for us to supply wood to the planet doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, we can't even supply ourselves, so I wouldn't want to even tease about that. I don't see us as a wood supplier. And how to solve that problem in the years coming, I don't know. It's bigger than I can even think about handling at the moment. So. But as far as the tools, you know, the knives and chisels and brushes, we can do that, I think. So anyway, that's the current thinking of what we would do in the tool business. But until we get it up and running, Matsumoto-san is there. It's expensive to ship from Japan, I know. His prices are fair, though, on top of that. And I can leak this, I think it's not a secret. His new catalog, the 2018/19 catalog, which at the moment is printed in a Japanese form, he is preparing a physically printed version in English. So he will have a nice, it's about a 50-page catalog, nice thick catalog in English, well illustrated with all kinds of descriptions on what the difference is between all the tools and stuff like that. And that's in preparation as we speak. I don't know if he's going to give the catalog away or sell it, or you have to pay for shipping to wherever you live. I don't know what his policies will be, but he's really moving forward on trying to supply decent tools to everywhere, wherever they live. So if he didn't exist, then there would be a giant market that we should just jump into. But he's doing the job.
Someone asked, could you recommend reasonable carving tools for a beginner? So I sent a link to Wood Like Matsumura.
So, and he's got the new catalog. There's lots of stuff that's not online yet. His new catalog, he's got dozens and dozens of types. He's basically going out there, buying everything he can find in the market. Stuff for Japanese elementary school students, stuff that's sold in China, this and that. And he describes it and prices it. And maybe it's a bit confusing enough for people who are buying, oh my God, there's so much choice there. You know? And of course, once that gets sorted out and settled out, maybe I can try some of his tools and we can make some recommendations. We'll see. But there's lots of choice now.
Sometimes that's a problem, though. When you offer too many choices, it becomes...
Just get some advice for whatever. And also, some of the sets are very, very reasonable in price. We're talking about $15 or $20 for a set of 5 basic tools for like a middle school student use. And I really wouldn't want to use them myself because they probably won't sharpen quite as sharp as I need to go. But for your first couple of prints, $20, get it, go for it, and
great way to get started.
Yes, and they're light to ship. It makes no sense to buy wood from him and have it shipped around the planet. Wood, like you don't have wood where you live, you know.
No trees, right here. Mr. Sokar says he also has left-handed tools, which is great. Though I guess it's too late for David to start on left-handed tools.
Yeah, it is. So. But
Koringami, or jumping back to you mentioned Tom Christensen. We had some of his prints in our shop and said, oh, you could put some of my origami photos on the walls. They might catch some of the tourists' wandering eyes. But
well, no, I don't want stuff on the walls here. Our policy here is bare walls, so we do not want to fill our shop with, we don't want to fill people's eyes with stuff. We want a clean, sparse appearance, period. If we were going to put stuff on the walls, it would be, woodblock prints.
It's the only thing we sell. It's woodblock prints.
So I'm not looking for decorations for the walls. When we open the Mokohankan Cafe, different story. We'll see. When? Did I say when?
I think you did.
It is busy out there. Eh?
Yeah. And if I go take a look, see what on earth is happening. Be right back. There's so many people out there, never here at this time.
I'm thinking it's just autumn, simply. That's it. Mm-hmm.
There's a big construction truck, a little half a block down the road, and then there's a car parked right in front of our shop, and a couple people standing
It's
around.
the kimono. That's the guy from Kyoto, the guy who owns, or one of the managers of the kimono shop next door.
Okay.
Kyoto people. I recognized his voice on there, so.
Got it.
I imagine they're now on a, what's the word? Ramping up, ready for.
Okay.
Even our own reservations, you can see this week is quiet, but starting, it's just ramping up now.
Yeah.
Every day, 6, 7, 8, 9 reservations are coming in.
It's true.
For the October-November period.
Yeah.
So we're here. I think it's it. It's simply autumn is here, and everything is ramping up for
Getting ready for everyone.
getting ready for it. And it's gonna be, Christ, I'm getting terrified of this. It's gonna be insane. It's going to be insane. The stuff I'm supposed to be doing. Ah, that reminds me. Your new software is ready.
All right.
And I came down. I was going to copy it up to your machine, but I was late for getting the screen. So it's shut down. Your order entry software is shut down at the moment. You have to copy the new one from here, and you can open it and get it.
All right.
And it's a new shipping list. You can print. You know it's
All the stuff we talked about. Excellent.
And I'll send you the bill.
Okay, thanks. The next video is essentially ready too. I subtitled the whole interview.
Okay, good.
That
Subtitle all the with the translations you made.
Yep, yeah.
You figured out how to do it with one.
I
one
found one
that worked. Everybody.
Yeah.
Most of them are decorative and they sprinkle stars and stuff.
Yeah.
But there is
Tried to do the most bare bones, simple white, no outlines or flashing or, like you said, sprinkles and stars.
And getting the right timing, because Japanese sentence. So what do? I just would have just do the translation and ignore what she's saying and just put it up. But you can't do it. You can't translate a long sentence phrase by phrase by phrase. In English, it doesn't make any sense. There's no verb until you get to the end.
Until you get all the way to the end, This time, we actually both spoke Japanese back and forth.
Yeah, so that's what I thought. So.
Yeah, and then just translated the gist of each of our things, because, like you said, you can't do it phrase by phrase. It just doesn't work out.
You should let them know what you're talking about, actually.
Yeah. There's another video coming. Woo!
Dude, it's a color process video.
Yeah.
I don't think I have it. Do I have it here? No, I don't.
We don't have one?
Do I have one here? It might be in the file underneath the video. I don't have it here. It might be there. It's in the clear hard plastic file. There is one there. It's in this. Oh, there it is.
This one down at the bottom?
It's in,
okay.
No, not the file. It's
this hard.
That thing right there. I do believe.
Yep.
There should.
You are correct.
Cameron-san and Suga-san, our printer for this job, spent weeks, literally weeks.
Weeks, almost. They're much of the month of August.
While she was doing the test printing and edition printing for the first batch of this print.
Ta-da!
There was an email from Jed. He gave us his numbers, so they're going to be on the way to Jed momentarily.
Okay.
He wants half. He just said let's split him half and half. So.
Oh, great.
So let's send them all over there. We'll pay half for signing. Also, there's another order. He gives a long order. You haven't seen it yet, then? Okay.
No.
That's not. It's 90 prints.
From him?
Yeah. So I assume it means he's been selling well at conventions. I guess
That's
I don't know.
Great. Wow.
It also kicks the balance way out of whack.
Yeah, it does. But if he's selling them, then that's good.
Yes, but I'm afraid I don't know if Jed's listening. But what really is happening is at the conventions, he plays with the prices. He's it's okay, whatever.
Yeah.
So he discounts sometimes quite heavily, and he's not fair to himself because the deal we and he have whatever we talk about later, is a sensible deal on paper. But if he's discounting so heavily, then it doesn't work for him.
Yeah. Let's see what it is. This is the Times Burned Bright design.
And the first batch is done, and Susan's starting the second batch next week, actually, when she's finished her current little small.
Does she know this?
Yeah. No,
okay, good.
She and I talked about it.
Okay, great. At one point she was saying, "Oh, I'm nervous to start."
I know, but the
batch.
point is, you got to jump in. If we wait, if we wait, it'll be no way.
We forget, yeah.
No, she's not. She wasn't upset about that.
Okay, that's great. So it's Times Burned Bright. We filmed all the colors, scanned each layer.
How long's the video?
About a half hour right now, but without the introduction and
so it's going to be more
and stuff. So yeah,
I think it'll
go a little bit over a half hour. Another long one.
So what's the schedule for the intro then? What are you and me are going to sit somewhere and do that, or what are we going to
think? I think if you wanted to check over, do voiceover script,
okay, let me do that stuff first.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So there's still a little bit more, but the meat of the video is set.
What's today? Today's Thursday then, okay. There's 2 parties today. I'm going to be around here.
Okay.
I don't know. So let's assume that tonight maybe I can get some time to do the voiceovers.
Okay.
The problem is noise.
Yeah.
The problem is noise.
Gonna have
it's noisy.
revelers this late at night.
Yeah, right through. So the only real quiet time is early in the morning, and that's stream time. So, but even stream time now, you can hear it.
Yeah.
So I'm not so sure. Anyway, if I can do it tonight, I might go shut everything down and go to the back room, whatever, with the shutter closed and the door closed and whatever. So all going well, I'll give you those audio files tomorrow.
Okay.
So
for right now, I put in a few audio voiceovers just using this because there were things that I noticed that I wanted to include. So they're there. I'll erase them, but they could serve as a cue. Or incorporate them. Re-recorded with better.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
2 days in a row? I'm surprised.
Yeah. So I was surprised yesterday when she says, "Why are you surprised?" It seems to be normal. So. Actually, it was a bit of a fun joke yesterday. The agent came upstairs while I was doing the sizing, and she poked her nose on the stream and said hello. And after you left, they was chatting about you and stuff like that. And somebody had a good idea on the stream yesterday. They asked that you should become one of the moderators on the stream. You know what a moderator is? When people say bad things, you can cut that person out and stuff like that. And you can encourage them, please, people, come on, keep the conversation nice and stuff like that. A moderator. And it's great because the moderator, one thing they can do with people that are misbehaving is you ban them. And that's it. People can then get a Ray ban.
Yeah, a Ray ban.
And the stream moves into sunglasses mode. Chatting about this yesterday. So. This week's stream brought to you by
Ray ban and the Tansan.
Yes.
People are all now sharing pictures of
sunglasses.
The cat with sunglasses on.
Okay, sorry about that. We went through this yesterday. So,
one person's convinced that they don't deserve any banning. We are decent folk.
Well, that's why I haven't moved ahead with such a policy, of course.
Because it's true.
There's 2 parties now, Nate, today. Came in overnight reservations. So.
A question we haven't heard in a while, or at least I haven't. Are you planning to add subscriptions to Twitch?
No. Well, it comes up, and they keep sending me mails about please activate your partner. If first was affiliate, not partner. They want me to become a partner. But I click on it to go to the web page that explains what's going on, what it is. And every feature, everything about the whole thing, everything about being a partner is how to maximize your revenue, how to maximize your income, how to get the most money out of this. And that's all from Twitch's point of view. That's all that this is about, becoming a partner.
Yeah.
Is revenue, 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 revenue. And we've had this conversation, you know. I know that from their point of view, they get these extra little features like some icons they can use, whatever. But it's all about maximizing the revenue, both for me and for Twitch. And I don't want to do that.
That's good.
It wasn't about improving the experience for your viewers. It wasn't about anything that was sensible. It was just about, and it said many to maximize your revenue, blah, blah, blah. I get it. They're there to make a living. They have to provide, you know, of course, you know, I'm using their service without, I don't know. Am I providing them any benefit? I don't know.
Yeah.
We had this sort of similar conversation with a guy who was here from Google one day, who was, you know, he worked for Google. We were chatting about the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And I had said to him, you know, I'm expecting to be killed anytime because I'm using Google's stuff and not giving them any revenue back, you know, because I don't run ads and stuff.
Yeah.
He just laughed at me, just laughed and laughed and laughed. What they want is eyeballs, and as long as we're providing content that keeps people on the platform, they're happy. And perhaps it's the same thing with Twitch. I don't know. They just want people to hang around. They want eyeballs. They want users of the platform.
Yeah.
Monetization is not I mean, it's owned by Amazon, for God's sake. You know what their policy is. So just grow it and think about profit maybe 50 years down the road.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry if some people don't like it, but
we could get over there in the remote.
yeah, that's right. So and I'm going to get money from you guys. You know, no, thank you.
Interesting. Oh, they say we do still see commercials sometimes. I think when the stream has gone down previously, when we had all those internet
problems. There are commercials, yes.
Yeah.
So that would be helpful to people. But I think even some of the even people who become partners, there's still commercials, right?
Yeah, I think so. And so they're, I think, saying, oh, we're stuck seeing commercials whether you're a partner or not. You might as well get some of the benefit out of it.
I might as well get some.
I don't know.
It's a dribble, you know. I mean, I don't want to. Whatever. I don't want to talk about it much more.
Okay.
H&, it's down at the moment, the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to try and fix it soon as we get off this stream.
We can just test on that computer. That computer hasn't.
It's the same thing.
No.
It's at the moment the Big Mac is looking for the Buffalo Wi-Fi. Okay. So we can find the Wi-Fi, can find the Buffalo, but the Buffalo has no upstream connection.
So if we had an Ethernet cable, though, we could at least test the Ethernet connection, because you were talking about testing an Ethernet connection.
Ah, I see. Okay. I don't
know if we have a cable over there. Okay, that's all right.
At the moment, the Big Mac has, it has found another network on its own, the third floor front room network.
The third floor. Wow.
It's obviously got a much more powerful setup inside it.
Yeah. So is the color purple or violet actually used in traditional ukiyo-e prints? According Gami asks. The octopus here would be more naturalistic if purple. The purple color?
Well, they mixed whatever they wanted. I know aniline purple came heavily in the Meiji time, and they really overdid it and used it in Meiji prints. Purple dye type stuff. Yeah. Up until then, if you see purple in an Utamoto kimono or something, it's mixed up from some blues, reds, and blacks. I'm not aware of any actually commercial pigment that was purple as a native color that was used back in the Edo time. I'd probably even go and say there was no such thing. But it doesn't matter. If they wanted a purple color, they would have made it.
Yeah.
Lots of Haranobu prints. It's purple in kimonos. And that's 1740.
Wow. Dead Steve says, I do still think having a dormant mod account in preparation for a future crazy day is a good idea.
Is that person going to be online? I mean, who is it?
Yeah. What do you mean by having a future or a dormant?
I think what he means is giving some of those people who are regular viewers, giving them more privileges. To
ban others.
whatever, we've been at this nearly a year now. Actually, we're over a year, actually. I forgot. I was going to try and figure that out.
Yeah.
We've been over a year on Twitch. We missed our anniversary. I missed it.
We both forgot.
So I totally forgot about it. I forgot my birthday. I forgot my Twitch birthday.
That's too bad.
I don't know if they can see from where they are. The account was activated or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can look it up. But, I was going to do a little thing, maybe do a giveaway of a print or something or whatever, and I just totally, absolutely forgot about it.
Yeah. Happy birthday, happy anniversary.
At the beginning, I streamed twice every day, 9 o'clock and 5:30. Just it was unsustainable. I was trying to think of the European people.
Yeah.
It was absolutely unsustainable. 5:30 stream, give me a break. It's the busiest times of the day.
That's pretty wild. What does this person mean? Weircat Wild Sand. Is this a transnational Japanese picture for woodblock prints? I'm not sure what you mean, but this is a stream about Japanese woodblock print making.
This is a workshop. We're in Tokyo. We make woodblock prints. It's a Tokyo-based woodblock print workshop. Publisher. We publish and make woodblock prints. We're based in Tokyo, in Asakusa. So where's everybody? Where's Teiko-san and who else is coming today? Teiko-san, Koizumi-san?
It's only 9:18.
Ah, so
That's pretty early.
So Day-chan was early.
Yeah. Maybe that was the intended meaning. Maybe autocorrect changed it. Someone said, I read transnational as traditional. Maybe that was the intention.
Ah, so. Autocorrect. The tool we all love to hate.
Yeah.
Can't live without it.
Like
Can't
auto
live
mess
with it.
up.
Yeah. My job this morning, sir, is that paper that I sized yesterday has to be trimmed and sent to the printers. And if I forget about it or get distracted or something here, please remind me about it. It's got to go today. So.
Today. Which printers are getting?
Oh, it's Kanai-san and Yamoto-kun.
Oh, okay.
He's finishing up a batch of waves, which is probably today or tomorrow, so they're going to arrive any minute now.
All right. Yes, looks like that was the intended meaning. This is a traditional Japanese picture for woodblock prints. Yes, it's a traditional workshop for them. It's a famous old design.
Infamous.
Infamous, yes.
Drop stuff on the microphone, sorry.
Yeah. How do you invoke that? Oh, thank you. Good morning, how are you?
Oh, so. It's 3 minutes. Koizumi-san じゃないですね。Sorry, Kyle-san?
What? Oh, no, it's okay. Just wondering how to invoke the robot that answers questions.
Oh, I think you do exclamation mark and
then commands.
maybe something like that. I'm sorry.
Is that? Yeah, okay. There we go. I haven't used this in a while. Looks like Kantar already shared a link for it.
Pardon me?
Okay. Oh, the link is wrong.
For what?
The octopusprint.com.
Yeah, I meant to mention the domain name doesn't resolve. I've got to fix that. I got to fix that. I know you can get to it by going to mokohankan.com/octopus, but you can't get to it through its own domain name because the redirect that I put in that handles the HTTPS and also the removal of www is interfering with it for some reason.
Huh.
And I've got them in the wrong order in the htaccess file or something. So
Got it.
they keep reminding me, and I keep saying, yeah, I'll do it, and then I keep forgetting. So the moment to get to the thing, you go
Go the other way.
mokohankan.com/octopus trading / and it'll get to the website. But it won't resolve through its own domain name.
Huh. That's bizarre.
No, it's my own fault. I screwed up the htaccess file.
I'm glad you're able to work on this piece on Twitch. Have you ever had any trouble from them for displaying some of the more mature parts?
I had a quiet warning from one of the people who said, don't do it. I know, as far as I know, just be careful about this part. When it comes time to printing, we probably are not going to be able to print it in the open on the stream. So they've been very gentle with me about it. They've said, no problem. They have a policy of clarity of to be, what's the word? I think the policy actually says no nudity and et cetera, et cetera. And even an adult, a stream that's labeled as adult content still has to be reasonable. So. I get it. There are kids on Twitch, lots of them. Maybe half the Twitchers are kids. I don't know. Whatever. So I'm not in any way against this. So I've pushed the boundaries perhaps a little bit. Sometimes I forgot about this and I put it on stream. So when it gets to printing time, we may have to simply go offline, do other stuff, and show highlight reels or something. I don't
Can't put a piece of paper on every single print.
And having software that will blur it as I move it is beyond my technical capabilities.
Yeah.
So whatever, I'm sorry. We will do stuff on YouTube. We will do,
Although YouTube may be just as...
well, it's got its own YouTube channel. I haven't been updating it, but the Octopus print has its own YouTube separately. So we'll see. Don't sweat it. I'm sorry. Just don't sweat it. There's lots of material on our stream. You can see lots of carving, lots of printing.
Yeah.
You don't have to see this particular piece of a person's body.
Good
morning, Teiko-san. Hello. I'm nearly finished the outlining on this. I guess we must be pretty much running out of time too, are we?
5 minutes.
5 minutes meaning what?
5 minutes remaining.
To 9:30.
9:25, yeah.
Is that the official time, 9:30?
I thought that was your official.
I don't think we've ever actually made it. We wrap up around this time each morning. Try and get the work to line up with that. And I think that's where I'm at. I think I have now outlined all of this. A couple more places here. So having outlined all of it, that means that tomorrow's stream is going to be a little bit noisy because I've got to clear out with my wide chisels some of these open areas. And what we'll do is rather than spend an hour and a half whapping away and smacking away and making noise for 90 minutes, I'll do it part by part. I'll clear one piece with a chisel, I'll come back and do it with the quieter chisels. So there will be some noise tomorrow, but it won't be just a total noisy hammerfest. Yeah, so good word, thank you.
That's a good word.
Hammerfest. It sounds like some sort of Norwegian
festival, celebration of Norse mythology.
Brutality, celebration of something brutality. Okay, let's have a look at where we are. I think it's all outlined, except for under the patch, which I'll do offline. So the reader, what we do with these things is 3 stages. Stage 1 with the cutting tool is what you see me do here. Cutting around, haven't got those tentacles out. Suckers on. Stage 1 is cutting the outlines to define the land areas and the ocean areas. Stage 2, which we'll see part of in tomorrow's stream, is using wider chisels to scoop out the ocean areas. And then stage 3 of all of these things is using a series of smaller little flat chisels to clean up the edge of the line between those two zones. Today was stage 1, and tomorrow we'll see a mix of stage 2 and stage 3 back and forth on this block.
Sounds great.
I think that's it for today. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll try and peruse the chat here at lunchtime or something when I get a minute, see what people are talking about. See you same time, same station tomorrow with more work on this.
Thanks a lot.